In this video, I'm going to show you a special trick that you can cut the cost of your TikTok ad conversion campaigns by a factor of 5 when promoting your music on platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, etc. And typically, the way I would run conversion campaigns on Facebook and also TikTok ads is that I would use a landing page like this from Feature FM or a landing page like this from Hyped It, and then we would track the conversion events using the Facebook or TikTok pixel, and that's how the campaign would know what to optimize for. And by the way, if you want to check out Hyped It and Feature FM, I do have links down in the description. You can get special discounts. So on TikTok ads, there's actually a cool new, relatively new way that you can implement that actually, to me, I've had some cases where it's been 5 times cheaper than actually using one of these landing pages, and Facebook doesn't have it yet. So I think it's a cool trick for you to see. So what we got to do is we're going to click Create, and I'm going to walk you through this campaign, and then I'll show you kind of the cost comparison afterwards. So we're going to do custom mode, so we can do everything from scratch. And we're actually still going to do conversions, which is website conversions. I'm just going to skip the naming, and I'm going to try to keep it brief for how the setup works, because this video is more about this. Now, this is the first huge difference. Instead of using external website here, we're going to want to use an instant page. An optimization event, we can just use click button. And that's going to make more sense when we get to the end of this campaign setup. We're actually going to set up this TikTok instant page. Now, placements generally for this type of thing, I would just do TikTok. And then I would go down to custom targeting and we'd go to locations. Now, this is, in my opinion, one of TikTok's biggest weaknesses compared to Facebook ads is that there's very few countries here. Like in this campaign, I'd probably do Canada, the United States. The rest of the countries are countries I probably wouldn't target for a campaign like this. Some of them don't even have Spotify available. And so it's just not worth it for this type of campaign. So this is one of TikTok's biggest weaknesses. They don't have Mexico and Brazil and a lot of other countries that are big in streaming. So gender, ages, this is going to depend on your target demographic or what kind of music you make. And now the other biggest weakness of TikTok ads are the interests. So Facebook has a lot more data, a lot more history, and they have a lot more things you can target people for. So you're going to have to play around with all these different ways. Interests, you might be able to find some genres are in there. You probably won't be able to find any artists, but you could go into hashtags and see if you can find something that's relevant, but you're going to have a hard time. You want to make sure that your audience size gets big enough, essentially. And so if we go into interest here, if we type in, for example, rock music, made a typo, we're getting nothing, right? So I thought something would actually show up here, rock. There we go. So we get rock band, right? And in this case, it's a pretty niche audience, and there's some other things in here, like rock star, hard rock. That one's actually good, but it's a really small. And so you can see, like, if you're doing anything other than like electronic music, hip hop, like they don't even have rock music. So never mind if you're trying to target alternative rock, but you can make it work. It's just, this is another one of TikTok's biggest weaknesses. Try to get at least 5-10 million people up here in the available audience. You can also do targeting expansion to expand that. Now, for daily budget, you have to do at least $20 a day per ad set. So keep that in mind. You can't do like a $5 or $10 a day budget like you can in Facebook ads. Now, we can go into the next stage of this. So I just click the next button down here. And now we're going into the actual ad. And this is where we actually get to make our instant page. Now, generally, I'd probably set up your TikTok account so that you can run Spark ads. What that allows you to actually use your real TikTok page so that all the engagement and followers and stuff stacks into that, which is better than having those followers just not matter. Even though followers on TikTok don't really mean anything, as most people just use the For You page, I still think it's preferable. And now once you do that, you can also choose existing posts on your page if you wanted to, or you could upload an ad and it would be on the page. So that's another kind of advantage of doing that. So you'd upload your ad, get it all situated, add your text, probably something, lyric quotes describing the music, something that looks organic. Ideally, your ads on TikTok should really fit the bill of like what TikTok is. You can't really just use the ads that you use on Facebook and throw them on TikTok. They might work fine, but they're probably not going to work fine. So I recommend coming up with something more TikTok-y that blends into the platform. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is the thing that actually can cut your cost per conversion of TikTok ads by a factor of like 5. I'm going to show you some examples after I show you how this works. So you can see, like, in one case, it's actually a factor of 7, I think. Now, we're going to click Create. I'm going to be taken to the TikTok Instant page. We can choose a basic template to start with. And the one that we're looking for is this, I can't really look at it, but it's multi-destination. And so if I click on that, get a little preview over here, and you'll notice that this looks awfully similar to this, right? It's got a picture, it's got some text, and it's got some buttons. And that's what we're doing. So choose confirm. This instant page doesn't have to open up in a web browser. It doesn't have to communicate the pixels. This is opening up inside of TikTok. It's fully trackable, no pixels, no nothing. It loads instantaneously compared to loading a website. So this solves a lot of potential problems. And Facebook actually does have a very similar thing for instant pages, but it doesn't work exactly like this, which is why I haven't talked about it yet, although I may have some stuff about that in the future. The reason why I actually was so excited about this is because TikTok, the ads, is really hard to get a good results with them. Like even with this, you're going to see what kind of results I got. And part of that's because of the countries and part of that's because of the targeting. But here, what you want to do is you choose your color scheme, choose your language. You can get this image and just replace it, right? You can choose a website location, but for the description, that's this. The text here, choose a platform, watch the video, whatever it is. The multi-destination, this is where you can go in and customize your buttons. So you can click this, you can change the logo, you can change the text, and you can change the link. So you can upload this little Spotify logo here and type in Spotify, and then put in the link to your song. Make sure to include that !SI deep link thing, otherwise it might cause issues. They do have a deep link thing in here, but this is a little more complicated, so I probably wouldn't mess around with that unless you really know what you're doing. But yeah, essentially just set that up. You can make your own page in here. And then you have something that will work just like this, except it's inside of TikTok. All right, so now I'm back out in the campaigns view here, and we can take a look at some different campaigns that I have run. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And of course, my face is in the way here, so let me just do that. So we're comparing a few different campaigns. So right here, the columns are slightly out of view, but we have CPA. That's essentially cost per conversion. It's cost per action, but that's just what they call cost per conversion here. You can look at clicks and impressions and click-through rate and all that jazz, but we're really focused on cost per conversion. So you can see in this campaign that we have, it's 95 cents a conversion, which is not great, but this is just the United States. And the reason why it doesn't really matter what the cost is, because we're really just looking at comparisons. So this is the same song, this is the same song. They're all black hole, but these two were using different landing pages, so actually triggering off of pixels. This one cost $2.29 per conversion. This one cost $5.44 per conversion. This instant page cost 95 cents per conversion. And, you know, you might be thinking, well, maybe that's just that song or something, but like this eye-to-eye conversion, $6.10. This quality-quantity conversion, $7.52. Sunrise parkour test, $3.34. Sunrise test, $3.24. The only campaign I have on here that's done really, really well is this one for 40 cents. Now, this one did use a landing page, but the ad was much more like carefully constructed to fit the format of TikTok. And also, this was run a while back, although so were these. So, you know, I think there was a lot of magic that happened with this one, and I don't know if I just did US or not. But anyways, we're really just comparing these because this is more of an apples comparison. By using these instant pages and changing nothing else, using the same video, the same targeting for the most part, and the same everything, you can take your cost per conversion from either like $2.30, $5.40 down to 95 cents just by changing that alone. So if you're running TikTok conversion ads and you're getting something like a $1 conversion cost already with a landing page, maybe by doing this, you can get down to 50, 40, 30, 20 cents a conversion. And all of a sudden, you have a pretty banging ad that's doing a lot to promote your music. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of pain points when it comes to TikTok ads right now. It's getting better fast, but they don't have a lot of countries and the targeting options are really limited. So I tend to rely a lot more on Facebook and Instagram ads. And if you want to learn how you can do that, you can check out my course right here that takes you through the whole process step by step and gives you access to a bunch of resources that help you out along the way. And I also have a bunch of other music marketing content you can check out right here if you want to learn more. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.